Masters since they'll have to attack since they're goblins.
So he's gaining 5?
Yeah, he's going to gain 5. He's going to deal
6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, he's going to deal 8. Dan's going to go to 13. Bill's going to go up to 28.
How do you feel about Wingmate Rock?
Wingmate Rock is a good card.
You like that card?
Yeah, it's a good card, and I didn't say I liked it.
I've known you to play white creatures in the past. So.
Yeah, they're usually 2/1s and 1/1s. And
remember, we promote blue-white heroic here on this show. Okay, so that's another Rabble Master? Yeah. Good God.
It's got all the Rabble Masters. Unfortunately, these Rabble Masters are going to die to the army of soldiers created by Elspeth.
This is true. Oh, Anafenza now on the field. Didn't see that come in.
Anafenza pretty good.
Also very good.
With a bunch of tokens, make them larger. Kind of reminiscent of the old Archangel of Thune Elspeth interaction of last standard with Sphinx's Revelation.
Yeah, make all my guys big. Wow, I have to wonder. And once again, this is one of those things where we'll have to go talk to the players and bring you guys some info later on. So we see an Elspeth on top from Bill, but we have to figure out why Bill let his Elspeth die the way he did.
I'm pretty sure he just didn't do the math.
Just didn't do the combat math.
Because Dan's tapped out there too, so there's nothing that goes wrong for you.
Here come the rabbles. Rabble, 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 as Mr. Ketter would say.
So
you're killing.
I imagine those are double blocking the Rabble Masters.
Yeah. Wow. What?
Bill on the. Let's see if I can kick this football into the next state plan.
I'm not 100% sure.
Bill really trying to lose this game.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think he might have money on himself, or like on Dan to win this tournament or something.
I cannot say I am confident that any of these blocks are very good.
No, they're definitely not. I'm confident that they are not.
Okay. Just so we've all come to this understanding.
Unless Bill is just on like a completely different level from us.
What we know, it's possible. I mean, we're not the best Magic players, so he's gaining 2 off the coursers.
I'm certainly
50.
a below average Magic player,
sure.
But I mean, unless Bill is John Finkel over here,
it's possible. So we've got a Hornet's Nest out from Dan.
Yeah, Hornet's Nest. Just got Genesis Hydra, 2 coursers, Elspeth on top of his deck. Problem is Dan's still just Elspeth just roadblocks his whole team again.
It's true.
So, and Bill still has 6 power worth of flyers. So even despite trying to kick this football from Chicago into the Atlantic Ocean,
he's still got
Bill is just still probably going to win this game. He's still looking pretty good. Dan has a Rabble Master on top of his deck.
I have to imagine that trading the Anafenza and the Courser to your opponent's double Rabble Masters is just not the correct line.
No, maybe Bill's on the achievement plan. Like, I need to win this game at X amount of life
to unlock an achievement.
Maybe he has like a Planeswalker DCI achievement.
It's true.
Achievement won a game with 30 life.
Yeah, it's possible.
So, maybe that's it.
I mean, it's just very strange to see these lines of play.
So I can't imagine any other play besides just jamming Elspeth here, attacking with Wingmate Rock, and putting my opponent down to 9.
And creating another roadblock for your opponent in the form of tokens.
When I know my opponent has another thing that makes ground creatures that my soldiers block all day.
Correct. Okay, so we see the Siege Rhino
on the Siege Rhino plan, which I guess is fine.
Well, he's at achievement unlock level now. There's
he is, yeah. And he also puts his opponent on a 2-turn clock here, which is actually pretty... I don't know if it's super relevant, but...
Well, it's not bad.
It's not bad, no. It's certainly not. Especially when we know our opponent is drawing a dead card in a Rabble Master, because we're not going to die next turn.
Bill's going to gain 2 from that attack off the raid trigger. Or off the just regular attack trigger from Wingmate Rock.
Ooh, there's a good one there.
There's a Storm Breath, though.
But I think it's going to be too little too late for Dan. He doesn't have an answer to these 3/4 flyers. So... Hornet Nest looking particularly terrible, as it usually is.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on that card. If that card had reach, maybe. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. There was a time in Standard when it was really good, when the ground game was strong, but I believe that was before Cons was released. And I'm not saying that Wingmate Rock changed the air game.
I don't know. I don't think it was ever good.
It had its moments. It had its Court of Calling into it. Block your opponent's Blue Chronos if they don't have an Ilea.
Sure.
Get a bunch of guys.
Sure.
People
play terrible decks? Like Green Devotion?
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of Mono Blue Devotion, best deck?
Instead of this was when Mono Blue Devotion was on the Fallout. Nerd Rage Gaming is located in Buffalo Grove, Illinois. We are in a suburb of the great city of Chicago.
So come check us out if you are
in the area.
In the area, close to the area.
Definitely.
Dan plays a Rabble Master. He just drew this turn, and will attack his guy into the Siege Rhino, and then I assume Bill will.
Well, what does he got here?
So he has a backup Stormbat Dragon.
And there's the other.
Bill's going to lose a life,
and
go to
that's
32, and that's it. Scoop him up.
Little awkward game there.
Yeah.
Bill kind of
just, I guess, trying to use up as much time as they possibly can, or Bill did achieve
achievement
win a game over 30 life.
Yeah. They kind of pulled it out there. He found some solid footing that I guess he was happy with, and maybe the Siege Rhino put you on a clock with Wingmate Rock was what he was.
No, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Put him on a 3-turn clock. I mean, a 2-turn clock. I think that's fine.
Sure.
I don't think it matters either way. So for sideboarding here, I know that Bill is definitely going to bring in End Hostilities. I can see Dan boarding in Hornet Queen, which is just amazing against this deck.
Hornet Queen is very good against this deck.
Yeah, this Hornet Queen is... So I think one of the reasons that Abzan midrange stopped being as popular as it was initially at the start of this format was because people are playing like the Reanimator decks now.
Sure, yep.
Where they can just whip back Hornet Queen, and Hornet Queen just colds this deck.
Yes, it does.
And like Bill doesn't, I can't imagine has great sideboard options to it. He could bring in Bile Blight, which if he has it is fine. It kills Rabble Master, it kills Elvish Mystics, and then it kills the tokens.
Correct.
But you still are 2-for-1ing yourself.
Yep. Because
you still leave behind a Hornet Queen. I guess there's Drown in Sorrow too, but even Drown in Sorrow I don't feel like is that great. Because...
What do you feel? Do we see some discard from Bill Taylor? Do you see the Thoughtseizes? Do you see
I like
Spies?
I like the Thoughtseizes in
Sure.
this matchup just because like Dan's playing a bunch of Mana Ramp, Elvish Mystic, Sylvan Caryatids.
Correct.
A lot of the time they'll keep a hand with maybe 1 or 2 good cards,
Yep.
like a Stormbreath Dragon and a Pelucranos, and if you can Thoughtseize one and then Downfall or Abzan Charm or kill the other one, then they're just left with a bunch of mana and no cards to play, actual cards to play. So I do like Thoughtseize in this matchup. I like End Hostilities in this matchup.
Yep. I would like to see from Dan, honestly, if he's bringing in the Hornet Queen, and this is a card that I've loved back in Mono Green Devotion too, Setessan Tactics. I think that is a stellar card to bring in here. I think it would have been a good card when he was in a board state that Bill was trying to kind of just get his footing. And you have a Pelucranos, you have a Genesis Hydra, you have all these cards that are just so much bigger than your opponent's creatures. Even if he plays a Siege Rhino, I mean, your Pelucranos can definitely just get huge and cause some beats.
Yeah, so Dan Mulligan down to 6 here. He's going to lead off with the Temple of Abandon and keep on top. Bill kept his 7, and I can see he has an Abzan Charm in hand.
So he doesn't start off there with the...
just
slamming the Caryatid.
Dan has a bunch of ramp, but Bill does not have black mana open to maybe punish him with a Thoughtseize here and take, say, a Pelucranos. But there's a swamp, just a pass back.
If this is a turn...
Another land. Pelucranos would be really good here. No, we got a
Rabble Master also good. Bill's taking 1.
Rabble Master good here. Bill doesn't have Bile Blight mana up. He's probably going to have to...
What do you see here? Courser from Bill?
Depends if Bill has an untapped land or not. It doesn't look like he does. Okay, he does. So he has a land over waste. So I imagine his play here, I think he has a Hero's Downfall, is just
kill the Rabble Master.
Kill the Rabble Master. You can also wait till the next turn and wait for the trigger and then exile it.
Yep.
And I kind of like that play.
If I'm Dan here, I would love to punish him with the Stormbreath Dragon.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
That seems good.
Yeah, Stormbreath Dragon's great here.
It might eat a Hero's Downfall, but you are getting punished by the Rabble Master.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, I'll make a token. 4, 5,
6.
6. Ouch. You're down to 13, buddy. That's quick.
I think Bill has to take a damage off that, too, so he's at 12.
Wow. Even better.
So.
I thought there was going to be a timely Xenagos, which I also would have liked.
Yeah, Xenagos is also really good against this deck. I mean, once again, Xenagos is really good against like the Mono Black Devotion deck, and this deck sort of, kind of
feels similar. Yeah,
it's like more mid-rangey than the Black Devotion deck, but so Bill on. Oh, here's another Stormbreath Dragon.
Wow. Yep.
No, you can't target that.
Not going to happen. Protection
from white, sir.
Dan points it out.
So you can't target it, so you can't cast it.
They're going to let it fizzle?
No? No, literally you can't target it.
Yes. Yeah, that's...
So now Bill is going to kill the Rabble Master.
There's the Rabble Master.
4,
5, 6, 7.
We go to 6. He should be at 6. Can't imagine it's going to matter here. Bill can, I guess, on the Siege Rhino here.
I mean, even then, I think you're still in a really bad spot.
Oh, he for sure is. Yeah.
And that's going to be a game 3. You could tell there that Dan had just a quick opener.
Yeah. Was Rabble Master on the play, baby.
Rabble Master on the play, and also accelerated his speed of play as soon as the second dragon, even though the first dragon came out. You could tell he was going for the throat.
Yeah, the card's really good in this matchup. Like I said, Bill does not have very many answers to it. So whenever he has multiple Stormbrat dragons, or even one Stormbrat dragon,
I think that's, you know what, in all honesty, that's what I like about aggro players. Guys who really enjoy playing aggro, if they have a good hand, they will increase their rate of play to offset how fast you play. So you know what I mean? Dan knew he was aggressive, knew he had an aggressive hand, and proceeded to just increase the speed of play
to get his opponent to play at a similar rate of speed, and
you're not thinking your plans through. So I'm sure that's why Bill tried to cast the Abzan Charm, targeting the Stormbrat Dragon, not realizing what was happening.
Or maybe Bill has stage fright, because that's the second time or third, fourth time he's tried to do something that's a little weird.
I mean, and I'll tell you, if I have to play against aggro players the majority of the time, and I'm playing control, and I see that they go for that, and they kind of try to increase their speed of play, it's very annoying. It's very annoying to have to deal with that.
So I wonder, on the draw here, if Dan changes anything up in sideboarding. I know Bill took out some cards. I don't know what he took out specifically. Maybe take out... No, I can't imagine taking Wingmate Rocks or anything like that out. I feel like he had a couple in his hand there at the end of the game. Sure. That maybe he was being results-oriented and was like, well, these were just terrible.
So this looks like a slower hand for Dan. I see a Sarkin. I saw a Crater's Claws.
Yeah, but I just feel like he can't... He's got a bunch of Scrylands. You just can't mulligan that.
No,
especially when our end game is like, if we can hit 7 mana and cast a Wingmate, Hornet Queen.
Yeah.
I just don't really know how we can lose.
Sure.
We still need an answer for Elspeth. That card terrifies me. Playing any green deck.
Yes, it's a super good card.
Something I would never do, but still terrifies me.
Yeah, it's very good.
So Dan, once again, looks like he's going to be able to ramp. Get the turn 2 carry. I don't know. Is Dan playing Elvish Mystics? I think he is, but haven't really seen one on turn 1.
He is. He doesn't usually play them. There's a Courser.
Okay. Hero's Downfall on top.
Okay.
Dan has an answer to Elspeth in hand. Looks like he drew another Sylvan Caryatid.
Now, do you just run the Caryatid? I mean, they can't be targeted, right?
Depends. If I had... Do I have a... No, I like that play.
I see the Courser.
Yeah,
Stormbreath on top.
Especially, I hope we have another land.
Come on. Yeah, there it is.
Okay. He's playing Nykthos.
And a Nykthos, even better. Oh, baby.
You know how much I like Nykthos?
In
this matchup?
If we remember game 1...
No, but this deck is playing like a bunch of like removal, and post-war he's bringing in and hostilities. I just don't really like
also
it.
True.
I don't think Dan's going to get punished here from it. Bill's going to gain a life.
Yep.
And he has is that an Anafenza or a Farika on top? I can't imagine he's playing Farika.
Oh, well, we saw the Anafenza game 1, so we'll probably stick to that.
It's
a Poly K.
All right.
Oh, man.
Jeez. Don't see that one out of Abzan decks every day.
Dan's gaining 1.
So we might have ourselves a good old-fashioned race here.
This would actually be pretty cool. I want to see where he goes here. Let's flip the top. There it is. There's your Hornet Queen you've been wanting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But Hornet Queen not great against Pelucranos.
It's
fine, but it's not amazing.
Yeah. It's not your optimal card.
Yeah. So Pelucranos is kind of a bummer for us to see, especially with Hornet Queen on top. Now Dan can make 3 mana here, so he can't actually make an additional mana. He has to tap 3 lands to make 3 mana. So
that's alright.
He's going to
just
play
Stormbreath's coming in
and get in there for 4.
Why not? This is the race you were talking about.
Yeah.
Now we get to see what happens.
I imagine Bill's just going to downfall this Stormbreath Dragon, get in there with Pelucranos.
Mm-hmm. Gains a life off that. Goes up to 18.
It depends. I mean, if we have like a... Let's see. Siege Rhino. I could see playing that instead to just develop our board and then down